Bonjour, tout le monde. Bienvenue à Learning Language. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Learning Language. So today we will be doing French accents. So this is going to be the part 3 video of pronunciation of vowels series. So let's begin. So what do you mean by accent? So as all of you know that in French we have vowels like A, E, I, O, U and Y. So sometimes these vowels can written with marks above them. That is called as accents. So they do not always make the same sound as they do in English. Okay. Now in the previous video we have learnt about that when these vowels are combined with other vowels or consonant they make a different sound. So there are few French accents and special characters. So let's begin one by one. Let's move. Okay. So French accents. So on the top you can see four columns. The first one says the accent name, another one French example, then their English translation, and the important one is the consequence of accent on vowels. So let's start. So the first accent is axo-circumflex. Okay, so it is a little hat which you put on letters like A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so let's take the French examples of accent circumflex. The first one is arm. The English translation of it is soul. Île is island. Hotel is hotel. Sur is shore. Eight is be. Okay. So now you have seen that about A, I, O, U. Okay. So there is no change in the pronunciation of these four vowels while having the hat, the complex on it. Okay, but the slight change is there which is on the vowel E. Okay, E pronunciation is a in French. Okay, but as we put the complex on E, it changes to A. Okay, now let's move to another accent. So there are two very prominent accents in French. The one is accent aigu and another one is accent grave. So both of them have a little dash on vowels. One goes in one direction and another goes in another direction. Okay, so first we'll discuss an accent aigu. So you can find this accent only on vowel E. Okay, now you can see this is a slight dash, a little dash on E. So the French example is été. The meaning of it is summer. Okay, so this pronunciation, the change happens only for E as you can find only on E. Okay, now let's move to axograph. Axograph. The pronunciation is eh. Okay, so you can find this is also a little dash. Okay, now you can find this accent on three vowels A, E, and U. Okay, but the pronunciation changes only for E. The pronunciation remains same for A and U. Let's have a look at the French example. La. The meaning of it is there. Tra. Meaning is very. U. Meaning is where. So now you must have noticed that the sound of the two vowels A and U is same, while changes only for E. So this is an accent grave, which is the very prominent accent in French. Now the next accent is accent trema. Okay. So in French, it is also known as an umlaut. Okay. Now this is it has a two little dots on top of it on three vowels, which are E, I, and U. Okay. So now when you see two vowels which are next to each other, and one of them which has trema on it, changes the pronunciation of word. Okay. Now both the vowels is to be pronounced. That is the meaning of exotrema. So now let's have a look at the French example. Noël. So now you just split. It's no and L. So here you are pronouncing both the vowels together. Now the next example is maïs. Okay. Now the condition of this accent is that both vowels must be pronounced. Okay. Now the meaning of Noel is Christmas and the meaning of maïs is corn, sweet corn. Okay. Now to find trema on you is very rare. Okay, so now I have come across, it's very difficult for me to find out a French word which has a tremor on it. Okay, the only word comes to my mind is ambigu. Well, I'm still unsure about the possibility of tremor on you, on top of you, but I think it's an exception, and it is a possibility that the tremor should come on the top of E instead of you. Well, I don't know about it, but if you have any idea, just please keep posted on the in the comment section. So now you must have got an idea about the French accent tremor. Now this is a French accent or a French symbol or a special character in French. Some people consider it as an accent, some people consider it as a French symbol, or some people consider it as a special character. So it has a multi name, I should say. Okay, so this is known as the sedi or a sedila, the C with a sedila. Okay, now this is a little accent on C in French, la cedille. So you will always find before the three vowels A, O, U. When it comes before A or O or U, then you must pronounce it sir. Okay, now let's have a look at the example. Sa, which means that. Leçon, the lesson. The reçu, the receipt. Okay, so U comes when there is a U after the cedilla, the pronunciation becomes soft, not as you, but it is as you. So let's make a few notes about cedilla. Okay, the important points, the bullet points for cedilla is that it is never placed on E or I because you don't need cedilla for it. Okay, cedilla means the small s below C, which converts the pronunciation from k, k to s, to s. Okay. Now you always need to keep in mind that in French you have seen that C pronunciation sometimes considered is come as k. Like there are certain examples, l'école, le cool. Okay. But whenever you see the cedilla, okay, it has to be S. The pronunciation has to be S. Keep in mind. Okay? Now let's do some examples which have multiple accents on it. Hélène. Now H is silent. Hélène. Élève means pupil. Éphémère. Éphémère. Légère. Légère. And the last one is déjà. Okay? Déjà. Now, I believe that all of you have must got an idea about it. If you have any doubts, if you have anything to ask on, so please write your comments in the comment section below. And if you like the content of the video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And keep watching Learning Language. Stay tuned. Bonjour.